order. Good morning and welcome to our Innovation Showcase. The committee wants to understand how the UK supports innovation and what more can be done. So to inform our work, we select an innovator to share their story before our main evidence session each week. This week, Samantha Niblett has suggested our innovator. Samantha.
Yeah, thank you very much, Chair. And I am delighted that my very first innovator is, by unsurprisingly, I'm sure to everybody, a female founder. She is Rose Lord. So she is the founder and creative director of My Best Mood, an Innovate UK funded wellbeing and creative literacy innovation for children. Rose brings a rare combination of lived experience and professional expertise. Diagnosed dyslexic at the age of 7, she has first-hand experience of how early labels can define expectations. Despite academic challenges, Rose has represented Great Britain as an elite rhythmic gymnast and holds 2 British titles, experiences that shaped her resilience and growth mindset to focus on strengths, not limitations. Professionally, Rose is an award-winning innovator with a background in strategic engagement and service transformation across health, technology and the public sector. Today, she's here to share evidence and explain how her Innovate UK-backed project, a preventative app that supports children's creativity, literacy and emotional awareness. Rose.
Thank you. Children do not want to be fixed. And every child has emotional needs. This was a clear finding from our independent research with over 160 families. Children want to belong. They want to feel understood, valued and supported in a way that works for them. But right now, most children can't access that level of tailored preventative support. Our project is strategically grounded in the wider evidence. It is claimed right now that reading standards have improved, but actually only a third of children enjoy reading. Social, emotional, and mental health needs are the fastest growing concern within SEN. And in only one single autumn term, 11.5 million learning days were lost. 1 in 5 children are persistently absent from school post-COVID, and more frighteningly, 1 in 5 children aged 8 to 16 have a probable mental health disorder. These aren't just numbers, these are children, and this reflects that a system that can't keep pace. And the impact is increasingly significant. Parents are often unable to work, creating a wider economic burden extending beyond both education and health. And that is the gap that My Best Mood hopes to help fill. So, what is My Best Mood? It is an app-based digital creative space that is designed to help children build confidence, access literacy, and develop emotional awareness without requiring a diagnosis or a label. Children have such rich imaginations, powerful ideas, but struggle sometimes when words are hard, and our app helps to remove those barriers. Through storytelling, reflection, and drawing, children can turn their thoughts and feelings into things that they can be proud of. But we're using technology responsibly. The app adapts to the child, their age and their interests, and how regulated they are right there in that moment. We're supporting literacy development by using proven, evidence-led accessibility tools, including read aloud functionality, visual background adjustments, and what we think will be a game changer in reading fluency, bionic reading methods. The AI is only used gently and responsibly within the app, not to speak to the child, but to actually support them in finding their own voice. We're hearing more at the moment about creativity and play-based learning, but that has always been fundamental to learning development. And this doesn't stop in early childhood. All brains learn best when curiosity and imagination are allowed to lead. And creativity is very much the heartland of My Best Mood. How are we evidencing what we're doing with safety and prevention? Well, My Best Mood is grounded in positive psychology and growth mindset principles. It's shaped by what families told us they need, and also guided by experts in psychology coaching, inclusion and safeguarding. It is prevention by design. We're being very responsible in how we're approaching this at a time of real concern about children's online digital experiences. It has been designed deliberately not to replicate social media dynamics. There are no feeds, likes, or social comparison. It is a guided, private, and creative space developed in line with the Children's Code and Online Safety Act. We're ensuring that we are working with regulation and not around it. And it is, of course, Innovate UK that has made all of this possible so far, not just financially, but through mentorship. The funding has enabled research, access to specialist expertise, and also recently attracting some early press interest. This work has only been possible because I was introduced early to a business support innovation growth specialist, Jude Hugh, whose guidance has been instrumental. The combination of funding and guidance is actually what has made a real difference to the progress we've made so far, and it quietly falling away. Because at early stage innovation like this, it can be very, very isolating. You need someone to hear you, you need someone to challenge you, and you need someone to help you navigate the complexity, and that has been critical to our progress so far. What do we need next? Well, thanks to Innovate UK support, we are now ready to move from early innovation into real-world impact. But our priority is simple. It is to get this app into the hands of children and families who need it most, safely, securely, and sustainably. We have our first excited school lined up to support with our beta testing, which is great news. But what we need next is continued access to funding, specialist expertise, and to support with a funded testing and evaluation phase to demonstrate what our real-world impact really looks like. For startup innovators like me, the challenge is not always just building the solution when you have a pipeline of ideas, but actually accessing schools and health systems outside of existing procurement pathways is what will really accelerate our progress. If we now turn to the impact that this can have at a time when families and public systems are under strain, evidence-led preventative innovation should be part of the solution. To support children earlier, My Best Mood would aim to reduce the reliance on reactive, high-cost pathways by giving support to literacy and supporting them with literacy, building confidence, and actually helping children make sense of how their inner world feels before challenges become crisis. And this is preventative support. And we believe that prevention is where long-term societal and economic value can be created. I'd just like to close with how we feel. Children should not need diagnosis to access support that helps them find their voice and to make sense of how they feel. Every child has emotional needs, and this is why prevention and access matter. Children want to belong. They want to feel understood and valued and supported in a way that works for them. Children do not want to be fixed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rose Lord. That is very inspiring and chimes deeply with I know that the views that many of the members here share with regards to childhood, and also the opportunities that technology can bring, and those opportunities around, as you so eloquently put it, empowerment for the child and supporting children in expressing their own potential and their own thoughts. So that's really interesting. It's given us some things to think about, and it's a real pleasure to have you here as our innovator this week.
Thank you very much. It's been a privilege. Thank you.
Order.